7-string Tele, baby. Finally ready in production. This is #1. We did the prototype, which was designed primarily. I can't take much credit for this guitar. Christopher Sagi did most of the work. I chimed in a bit on the Chi, and you know, he kind of knew what I was after, and I just kind of let him go with it because he knows what he's doing. And then we were talking, and he was like, well, let's do a 7-string Tele. And so we kept the same similar neck, you know, set neck, but being a 7-string, really, someone's gonna call me right now? Sorry. Being a 7-string, the neck was gonna be a little fatter, so I was like, you know, let's do something cool to get a little more access there. So he did this sweet little sweepy DP thingy, which I love, which, you know, your high fret access is off the hook on this thing. Sorry, I'm sloppy. I just handled a bunch of frozen meat. That's another story. So, what can I say? We've got Spurzels, locking tuners, of course. Mahogany neck. Let me turn this around. Mahogany neck set, of course, with that cool little neck heel. Stainless frets. Maple fretboard. Mahogany body. 2-piece mahogany body with a flame maple top. 25-inch scale. Graphite nut. This bridge is a solid brass, machined brass bridge from ABM, from Germany. String through body. Electro socket jack there. Volume tone, 5-way selector. Oracle pickups. What else? What else? What else? Am I forgetting something? And of course, on all these new guitars, we've got hand-rolled fretboard edges. So when you play, it feels like it's broken in. You know, the fret edges are always well manicured, and the fretboard itself is rounded. And so when you play it, it's very comfortable. You don't feel like there's a, I don't know, like a sharp little dagger in the side of your hand, which, you know, if you don't roll the fretboard edges off, you can kind of get some pain here from the fretboard digging into the edge of your hand. At least I do. So that is no longer a problem now, is it, people? We fixed everything for you. Comes with, let me get the gig bag. Comes with one of these, the new gig bags. Yes, we designed the gig bags. 2 custom-made 1200D polyester material on the material on the outside, very strong. This is a reinforced pocket. You want to throw a little laptop or your iPad in there. I'm not going to say it won't get damaged if you drop something on it, but it is reinforced there. We've got 2 big pockets. You've got a little headphone output there. You're going to throw your phone, your MP3 player in there. While you lug this thing around the airport, the subway, or in the streets, maybe you're homeless and you want to listen to some shit. There you go. And, God, well, you know, let's go through some of the sounds. I know you probably, some of the jazz guys might want to hear this baby clean. What should I play? I don't even know. I'll noodle a little bit, so that's what I do, right? Second position, so we got that pickup tapped split. So if I want like a real, like straight up jazzy sound, I'll put it on the neck, roll down the tone, of course, and we'll get kind of a fatty sound. jazz. Very versatile. This guitar does everything. I'm not kidding. Second position, you just heard a little bit. Trying to play the 7th string because last time we did a 7-string Tele video, I had 7th string in the rhythm track, but not in the lead track, and everyone was like, "Oh, you're not playing the 7th string, man! What, oh my God!" Like you don't know what the 7th string sounds like. Okay, so I'm gonna keep playing it. All right? Calm down. It's a 7th string. It's low. Very nice sustain. Position. Very mid-rangey, very nice. And then the second position. And then the bridge. The same thing a couple of times. What else did I do? So we've got distortion now. Everybody wants to hear the 7th string. So. Very low action, as with all our guitars. As you bridge pickup all the way up. Woo! Very nice. Very biting, high output, but musical. Oh God, what else can I play? I don't know where I'm going. I wasn't prepared for this, but I got people waiting for this video. But you know, the stainless frets, I love them. Yeah, I think you get more sustain out of them, which I guess would make sense because it's a harder metal. And they're going to last forever. You're not going to need a fret job. And, you know, I definitely need to do another video talking about a bunch of other stuff. But, you know, these new models, the goal was to offer, to, you know, sort of fix a bunch of problems. For example, the stainless frets, you're not going to need a fret job. Graphite nut, self-lubricating. Spurzel locking tuners, they're faster to save you a couple, every time you restring, it's going to save you 5-10 minutes. And you're going to stay in tune better. You got a very narrow neck, very, very comfortable. You know, you can just play all day. To show off, I do that to show off the setup, and that's how these come. That's how the Chi comes. That's how the Chi ST comes. Low action, no buzz, so you don't have to struggle when you play it. You know, you probably can't do that on a Strat, and you know, there are technical limitations to improperly set up guitars or guitars with weak, crummy pickups. Obviously, most of it comes from the player, but you know, if you're trying to do this type of thing, you know, the legato type stuff, string skipping, start getting to tapping, 8-finger tapping, all that stuff, you need low action. I mean, if you don't have low action and you're doing that stuff, you're begging for an injury, and you simply can't do it. When I was at NAMM last year. NAMM's going on right now. Oh, it feels good not being there. Although I have some friends I love to see, but the noise and the bullshit, man. Like, there are some great products out there, some great companies, but like 99% of it is just marketing bullshit. Just guys running around trying to sell stuff that doesn't matter. But when I was there last year, I played every guitar I could get my hands on. Every one of them. I'm not going to mention names. Obviously, I didn't play every single guitar. But VGA was the only one in the entire NAMM show. VGA was the only one with a proper setup, with low action, that I picked up and I said, oh shit. I said, there you go. They got it right. Every other guitar I played, and again, there were some that I didn't, but I'm talking guitars in the $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 range that were set up like complete piss. I wouldn't say unplayable, but if I picked it up and tried to do a simple legato run, something like this, I'd be shaking my hand. I'd be like, you know, impossible to maintain that. And you got to remember, with a guitar that's properly set up, like this one, and I mean, this one's actually a little higher than I normally do it, because I'm not keeping it. My guitar actually, when people play my guitar, it tends to be a little buzzy for them, because I play as light as humanly possible. I barely touch it. Whereas this one, it's super low. I mean, I can do legato all day on this one. This guitar, because it's set up well. And yeah, so I mean, if you go to Guitar Center, or you go to Musician's Friend and you buy one of these, a Strat or something, or one of these other, whatever, oh my god, just the corporate whoring of these people is getting to me. Just open up a guitar magazine and I mean, you look at the ads, look at the bullshit endorsements, and like, oh yeah, look at me, you know. You know, you gotta wonder where your money is going when you pay these guys for these guitars. Another thing with my guitars, there are no middlemen anywhere. Spurzels come directly from Spurzel. The frets come directly, yeah, everything. The wood, we get the wood from the main supplier. I don't go through like one of these, you know, everything starts somewhere. And then then you start getting the middlemen, the distributors, and the other, you know, there will be music stores that buy a ton of products, strings and tools or whatever, and picks, and they'll get them from a distributor who gets them from the manufacturer. There are no middlemen. Everything you see on here, from the jacks to the switches, the strings, everything comes direct from the manufacturer, to the point where on the Chi, I actually wanted to offer tremolo on the Chi, and I emailed them and I said, hey man, you know, I'd like to buy them direct. And they said, oh, in the US you can only get them through All Parts. Now All Parts is great. They're a distributor. So what they do is they'll buy from somebody, they'll raise the price, and then you buy from them. And that's great if you're a guitar maker or a repair guy and you'll need a couple of pots or a set of tuners or something like that. You pay more for it, and you know, if you're a repair guy, you pass that cost on to your customer. Well, I don't want to pass that cost on to my customer. I don't want distributors jacking up my prices so my customers have to pay more. So in the case of, now tremolo, I never used a tremolo in my life. It was just suggested to me that I offer it as an option. So I said, okay. So I contacted them and I said, what if we buy them from another country? I mean, I've got friends all over the world. I was like, all right, what if my friend in the UK buys them? What if my friend in wherever, in Thailand or China or anywhere, you know, I got friends in Spain, you know what, and they're like, oh no, you got to get them through all parts of it. I was like, all right, no deal. I'm not working with distributors on anything. Gig bags, our gig bags come direct from the factory. We design them. I mean, is there anything? I mean, down to the strings. I contacted Rotosound, and great company, by the way. I love their strings. To be completely honest, I'm not that picky with strings. I'm not that super picky with anything but my setups. With that said, I had played Rotosound, and I dug them, so I emailed them, and they were great, man. And they even did my custom 7th strings for my arch tops. Custom, we did a 74 for the 7th string, a flat wound. Yeah, they sent them from the UK, so I got enough 7th strings to last me a while. But yeah, so if you're looking for a 7th string, this will cover all your bases. Doesn't have a tremolo. We're not going to do one with a tremolo. If you want a tremolo, you got to get a chi. But yes, sir. This is the guitar, man. Look at this. Shredsville.